Hey, it's Karaleigh Garrison. I'm thrilled to be teaming up with the incredible Siri Thornton, a seasoned expert in healing, creativity, and transformational practices. Podcasting has transformed my life and allowed me the opportunity to create the impact I have always dreamed of. Now, Siri and I are excited to help you take your vision to the next level with our Vision to Impact podcasting course. You'll learn how to share your ideas with the world in a fun, creative, passionate community. It's time to master your storytelling and interview skills, create a memorable brand, and explore a myriad of growth opportunities, both in influence and revenue. Siri has spent over 26 years empowering individuals through her unique blend of Reiki, Akashic record readings, and breath work. Her passion for storytelling and authentic expression has not only transformed her life, but has also inspired countless others to embrace their unique voice. I'm an award-winning podcaster who is deeply passionate about showing up real, inspiring thousands to upgrade their self-worth, and encouraging momentum even when it's messy. My philosophy is that the more you know yourself, the more you love yourself. I have 2 podcasts, 3 kids, a million dreams, and I specialize in showing you how to make podcasting work for you, no matter how busy you are. With our combined wealth of knowledge, we are eager to guide a new group of visionaries into the incredible world of podcasting. We know just how important it is for every voice to be heard. We start October 16th, and we cannot wait for you to step into your power and finally be seen. Podcasting has changed my life. Are you ready for it to change yours? Join us now.
Get ready to love everything I am. All I want to be and understand. 'Cause I won't dim my light for no one.
They told me I had to pick one thing. No. Diamonds are multifaceted, and so are we. It's about time we let all the parts of us shine. How can we climb out of the box and fully embrace our own authenticity? I'm Karaleigh, and it's time for the Multi-Passionate Mama podcast, where clarity and creativity go hand in hand. Hey guys, so a special occasion calls for a special bonus episode. Today, I want to share with you this amazing conversation that I had with the incredible Siri Thornton. She and I are pairing up to launch the Vision to Impact podcasting course. I am over the moon excited to share with you guys all about podcasting because it's just one of the most amazing topics. I get so lit up when I talk about podcasting, and she and I are offering this amazing course because we want everybody to have their voices be heard. It is time for you to have your own podcast, to share your stories, and to have the experience of up-leveling in the way that podcasting just helps you rise in so many ways. So I'm not going to talk for too long. I want to dive right into this amazing episode. We had this great conversation all about how podcasting has totally transformed our lives.
You're going to hear what this course is all about, what we're offering, and why we believe this is going to be a game changer for anyone who has a podcasting dream or wants to take their podcast to the next level. So whether you're just starting out or looking to refine your skills, this course is designed to help you create meaningful content, grow your audience, and truly make an impact. So I can't wait for you to hear all about it, and I'm so excited to see what's possible for each of you when you step into your full creative power with your voice.
I'm so excited, Siri, that we are going to pair up for this.
I'm so excited. Okay, Karaleigh, I feel like you need to have a song.
I know. Which song?
We'll come up with it. Yeah. There we go. You look so cute as always, but I've never seen this coordinated outfit before on you. It's so cute.
I think I wear a new outfit every day. Shopping and
It's so
dressing up
cute.
is my favorite thing of all time. So.
Okay, so guys, we are talking about launching your podcast from vision to impact. I'm going to read our mission statement, okay? So, as you know, this is Karaleigh Garrison. I'm Siri Thornton, and our mission here for you is to empower you, aspiring podcasters or podcasters that have already been going for a while, to discover their unique voice and share their stories with the world through expert guidance and a supportive community. We provide the tools and knowledge needed to create, launch, and grow impactful podcasts. Our mission is to inspire creativity, foster connection, and transform passions into meaningful audio experiences that resonate with audiences everywhere. This is a 6-week course, and we're going to start October 16th. It's on Wednesdays at noon Pacific. So that's 1 o'clock Mountain.
Yeah.
Okay, Karaleigh, what's the origination of this for you? And then I'll share what it is for me.
Well, podcasting transformed my whole life. I went from feeling completely alone and trapped in motherhood and like, how am I supposed to do anything that I want to do when I can't like go perform on stages every night because I'm got to be home for dinner? Like, how do I get my voice heard when I can't just be doing everything the traditional way? Like, what options are available for me? And then I found podcasting and it was like, what is this amazing platform? And I started sharing my voice and I started sharing my story. And it was like this whole world opened up to me. And I got to meet these amazing people and I got to hear their stories. And as I shared my story, I started to understand who I am better. And I learned what my superpowers are. And I grew so much, and it's just been completely transformative for me and for my life. And I've gotten to know so many amazing people, and it's just been so amazing. I love podcasting. I'm so passionate about it, and I'm so excited to share it with other people because I want you to be able to have your voice heard the same way that I wanted and needed mine to be heard when I first started.
Yeah, and you've been teaching this for a little while already, and you have video courses that are so good. They're so simple. They're so relatable. They make it so easy. And then we're going to have these live interactive experiences where you guys can ask us questions. We can get in there with you and craft it with you and help you and support you and hear you and flesh it out with you. So you're really going to have all of the support, all of the tools, all of the videos. So just to share what it's been for me, and I think Karaleigh and I have both been on this journey for about 3 years, but consistently, like she has 2 podcasts, I podcast constantly, and we both have between us so many episodes. It's crazy. The thing is that similar to you, Karaleigh, is that it is completely, just as you said, transformed my life. I was an actor my whole life, professional actor. So I had a way of being seen, of being heard, of being creative, of putting myself out in the world. And then I sort of backed away from that the more I got into motherhood. And just like you, I'm a multi-passionate and I love to express and I love to have conversations. I love to be intimate with people and I love to ask questions and I love to learn. So as you talk about in the videos, you don't have to be an extrovert. You can be a very introverted person and you can be someone who doesn't understand tech, which I did not. So I never took a podcasting course. I learned as I went. I just learned from real life experience. And I'm still iterating, just like you are. And that's the journey, right? And as you say in your course, on your videos, is that it comes with us. It grows with us. So what's so beautiful is that wherever I've been at in my journey, in my transformation, and I also love how you say we're leaving a legacy, it's all recorded, the whole journey of where I'm at, of what I'm learning, of what I'm curious about. And I think a lot of us, if you're listening to this, you're probably a curious person. And I think that's one of the main ingredients, and I think you would agree, is just having curiosities. If you're passionate about anything, that's the entry point, right? Like that's the door, like you talk about, Karaleigh.
Sure. Well, and there's so much about learning to love who you are and learning to love your growth journey. We always look ahead and we're like, I wish I was there. I wish I was already that future version of myself that I'm envisioning.
Yeah.
And we have to be able to look back and appreciate who we've been. And as you podcast, this gives you such an amazing opportunity to look back and be like, oh, look how far I've come. It's all recorded, so I get to see it.
Yeah, it's so beautiful that, talking about interviewing grandparents, that's something that we get to do. I interviewed my 10-year-old, interviewed my dad, I've interviewed my mom. I've interviewed so many people that I wouldn't have gotten to interview if it wasn't for having a platform. I've been trying to convince my husband to do a podcast because it is the best tool. It has been the best tool to be able to have conversations with people for free that I wouldn't normally get to have a conversation with, maybe at all, ever, or I'd have to pay a ton of money to be able to have a conversation with this person.
Right.
And now, because I have a platform, I can have a conversation with these fascinating people, like the mother of the Akashic Records.
Mhm.
Oh my God. Or like Kathy Heller or Tracy Litt, Amber Lillystrom. These are people that their time is precious and I get to talk to them and ask them whatever I want to ask them because I've built a platform.
Yep. And what's been amazing for me is, so my podcast is Multi-Passionate Mama, and I'm always like, go, 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 go. I have so many things I'm doing. But when I'm in an interview, that's the only thing I'm doing. Like my whole attention for the only time, that's the only time of my day where all of my attention is just on that one person, on that thing that I'm doing. Like I'm looking at you and I'm fully soaking in everything that you're saying, fully witnessing you. 3 kids struggle to even give them that because they're always fighting for attention.
Right?
That's the greatest way to show someone you love them, is to fully witness them.
Yes.
Like soaking up that from each other. It is so soul fueling.
Yeah.
And energizing. Every time I have a busy day where I'm like, oh, I don't even know if I want to do an interview. And then I get done with it and I'm like, that was so energizing. Feel amazing after
It's
every
life-giving.
interview.
Yeah, it's life-giving. You know how they say being an entrepreneur, if you want to grow yourself, is the best way to grow yourself?
Yeah.
This is the fast track to growing yourself. But then what you were saying is it really collapses time.
Mm-hmm.
You just don't even understand how much time has passed because it's those lifetime conversations, those bucket list conversations, those type of conversations that you treasure forever. And then there they are.
Witnessing somebody is the greatest way to love them. When you are recording a podcast and then you go back and you edit it and you do all the things, you are witnessing yourself, going through your journey, telling your story. You're witnessing yourself. You're validating your own story. You're validating the things that have been hard in your life and how brilliant you are and how amazing you are. And it doesn't really matter how much outside, external, whatever you have coming in, that will all fall by the wayside if you're not giving it to yourself. If you are not witnessing yourself and validating yourself, none of the rest of it matters. So when you have a podcast and you are listening back to your own recording and witnessing yourself and showing yourself that love, that's why that transformation is expedited. That's why it's so much faster, is because you are learning to love yourself.
That's so true and so deep and so real. Thank you for saying that, because yes, so much of what it has been for me is therapy. And listening back to the mini-sodes or the solo episodes, and also listening to, I'll be driving in the car with my husband and I'll share with him, bless his heart, an interview that I've done, and he'll listen to it and I'll just cry every time because it's so incredibly, incredibly deeply validating to hear myself talking with somebody else, having a real conversation, sharing my viewpoint and being heard, and then having other people validate that and hear it and know, like, I have something to share, I have something to say, and other people are respecting me and I'm dignifying them and I'm lifting them up, because so much of what we do, you and I, is really our work when we're on there with someone else, is we're just dignifying and lifting them up. Just like with the Akashic, it's like we are sharing the best aspects of them and filling them up and breathing life into them and showing, here's like let's give you a platform, mama. Let's give you a way to talk about what you do and what's important to you, what matters to you, what's on your heart. Like, what do you have? What are your gifts to give to this world? And we share with people, and sometimes it's just an everyday mom who just needs to be heard because she's so alone.
We need more. We need more upliftment. We need more of like being told how powerful we are and how
Yeah.
amazing we are. Like we
Yeah.
need that. We need to replace the negative voice in our head that's like going and going. We need to replace it with the you're amazing. You're powerful. Let's deep dive into your superpowers over and over and over again because it's phenomenal and the world needs it. We need you. We need you.
Yeah.
We need you. We need you.
Yeah. We need your voice. We need you to be seen. We need you to be heard. We need women's voices to be heard specifically. And it's so vital to be able to also anything that you're wanting to promote, any services, any products, any experiences that you're wanting to promote and have a livelihood with, here's the way that you can promote it. Here's the way you can get into people's hearts.
Yep.
And fill rooms with hearts.
Mm-hmm. There's something about podcasting that just speaks to your soul in a way that social media doesn't. Social media is such a flash in the pan. It is such a glimpse. Whereas podcasting, it's like having a conversation with your best friend. And it's so funny because I actually just got this feedback the other day of somebody who listened to one of my minisodes, and she was like, we're best friends, right? Like I listened to your show and I was like, I've never even talked to you in person. And I just she just sent me a voice memo and was like, so I just feel like we're automatically best friends because I listened to your podcast and we're just like I just get you. Get me.
Yeah.
And that's what podcasting does. It's just like being on the phone with your friend. We're getting rid of all the filters and all of the things that social media does, where it's like, just look at this one still image of perfection of edited, filtered content. And it's let's deep dive into real.
It's authentic. Yeah. It's like, let's peel the layers back and let's be authentic and let's link hearts and let's transform lives. And I'm not joking, but if you guys are listening, you probably know too, but it's like, oh my God, the way that we've been able to transform lives and be transformed by this medium. There's no end to the conversation that we could have about the transformation and the fun.
Yeah. Well, and for me, it's
right.
Like, I'm not alone anymore.
Yeah.
Like I really felt like for the longest time I was like, no, I'm the only person who has a hard life. I'm the only person who's had like things happen because I felt like motherhood that like makes you feel like you're so isolated in this little bubble of like, just
challenge.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm putting my kids to bed and then I'm getting them up and I'm feeding them dinner and I'm bathing them and like that's all that exists. And like
totally
I needed to get out of that and see other people and witness them and give to them and how much life that gave me.
And we thrive together. So let's talk a little bit about what this is going to be. Every week, you're going to have time with us, an hour with us. You're going to have that extra one-on-one coaching and support.
What's amazing about having the combination of the pre-recorded course plus the in-person Q&A and going back and forth is that you get to have the foundational stuff in your ear to go back over and over and over again. Like, here's how the tech works. Here's the pieces of podcasting that are true of all of it. Here's what's always true all the time. But here's what's the foundation.
The nuts and bolts.
The nuts and bolts of podcasting. We're not going to take up time in our Q&A portion going over the stuff that's already foundational. You get to have that in your ear. These are 20-minute or less videos. These are not going to take you hours and hours and hours to go through. These are 20-minute or less videos meant for people who are busy, who are running around, doing other things, who have a life, right? These are, easy to get through.
And don't we know it?
Right. So that you can get the information you need, understand it simply, and get it. And then when you're deep diving into, what do I want? What's meant for me? How do I decide what's right for my podcast, then you come and talk to us. And then we help you figure out your nuances, what works for you.
Yeah. Yeah. What's best for your voice, for your life, for your story? What do you want to talk about? Who do you want to talk to? How do you want to craft it? It's your podcast,
Yeah. What are
right?
your
It's
superpowers?
your vision.
Yeah.
It's your impact. And you get to have that. It's so exciting. So what do you think, Karaleigh, by the end of this course that they're going to walk away with?
Well, a podcast, or at least the information. So there's options. And that's what's so great about the whole thing is you will know what all your options are and what you're particularly geared for. Because there's people who are like me who could be like, oh, it's week 1. I could launch my podcast right now. You could launch your podcast after a week and be like, yeah, I'm ready to go. You really could. That's a legit option. I'm ready to go. Or you could be a planner. And you could be like, I want to have everything squared away, perfectly figured out before I ever launch. I want to have a whole bunch of interviews done and squared away. And I want to launch in the most perfect timing, probably the beginning of the year. And that's amazing. It starts with knowing yourself and knowing how you want to do this. So if you're a fly by the seat of your pants kind of person and you're like, let's just run with it, then great. You could have your podcast up in a week. You could do that.
That's a beautiful distinction. Yeah, because everyone operates differently. And it's not like school here, traditional school. It's like, how do you want to run it? It's your show.
Right. There's no have to. There is no box that we are shoving you into to make you do it a certain way. It's all available to you to do it however you feel is right for you. You have the information and you get to grow in this process. And that's what's amazing about podcasting is it gets to grow with you. It gets to be iterated week by week by week as you become better and better versions of yourself through the process.
Yeah. I love it so much. And I cannot wait. I'm so excited, first of all, to work with you, Karaleigh, because you're such a gift. You have the best energy. You have the best attitude. You're so smart and you're such an expert at this. And you have such a heart of service. So that's the thing I'm so excited about, first of all. And then second of all, I'm so excited to serve the women that are attracted to our course because I know we're going to give them everything that they're needing.
Oh, yeah.
And I know that they're going to shine and it's going to be beautiful and it's going to change their life and they're going to feel so excited and they're going to have all these opportunities and all this growth and all this joy that's going to come out of what they create.
Yes. It's so much more than podcasting, which is a tool. Podcasting is an amazing tool. And we are going to teach you all of the nuts and bolts of podcasting as a tool. But this is about personal growth and becoming the next best version of you through this tool. You're going to be coming up against resistance of like, oh my gosh, I have to put my voice actually out there for people to hear. Like you're going to be meeting your edges and growing through them. And we're going to be there to hold your hand and help you feel safe through all of it.
Yes.
Yeah. It's so much more than just like, oh, podcast, it's a tool. It's about becoming more and
becoming the woman that you are. Okay, we can help men too, but let's just say becoming the woman that you are. Yeah, in full support.
I love podcasting. Podcasting lights me up, and you can see it because I get energized when I talk about podcasting.
I mean, it's my favorite thing. I spend all my time podcasting. My husband's like, are you going to do anything else? I'm like, no, this is just, it's all podcasting all the time.
Yeah, I love podcasting. And it might be helpful to know that there's so many options. This gets to fit into your life and your circumstances. If you have a full-time job, if you are doing your podcast from your phone in the car, I've worked with people who have such a variety of circumstances and they are making this work for them. With whatever they have going on, this will work for you. I do my entire podcast from my cell phone.
Oh, will you tell me about one woman's story of transformation through taking your course, the previous course before this course? Yeah.
One of my women that I took through this course, she has several special needs kids like I do, and she was trying to figure out, she is a health coach, and she coaches women along their health journey of losing weight, but she also has a life. She's also got a really busy life going back and forth with kids and stuff. And so it's been a journey of like, how do I balance kids plus my business plus now I'm adding a podcast, and
Yes.
she's been thriving with her podcast. Her podcast is so amazing. I'll give her a shout out. Her podcast is called Own Your Grit, and it's amazing. And
I love that name.
right. And it took time to come up with just the right name, but once you feel it, you hear it and you feel it. Right. And we're going to go through
Yeah.
all these nuances in the course. It'll just hit and you'll be like, oh yeah, that one's it. It's been amazing to watch her growth from I'm not sure I can do this. I'm too scattered. I don't know that I can have the discipline to get this out and to work with people and to do the things that are needed from what I think podcasting has to look like.
Right.
Understanding that there is so much flexibility, there is so much available, and how it works best for me is going to look different than how
Yeah.
it looks for other people.
I think that's so important. What you're touching upon is this thing about it working around your life and letting it be easy and simple, and that it doesn't have to be this other thing on your to-do list that's going to overwhelm you, that it's really to serve you,
Yeah.
to serve your life, and to spotlight the things in your life that are important to you.
Mhm. Yep. One example of this is recording when you're feeling it, recording when you are in the zone. Like this morning,
Yes.
I did this meditation and it was amazing and transformative. And I do my daily meditation, and I would say more often than not, I'm in my head thinking about what I had to get done that day. And everyone
Sure.
around me is screaming and trying to get out the door for school, and they're all stressing, and I didn't get it done fast enough. So I got caught doing my meditation while everyone was getting out the door instead of earlier.
Totally.
And today happened to be a day where my meditation was transcendent, and so at the end of my meditation, I was like, I need to record a mini-sode
Yeah.
about this. Like, this needs to be a mini-sode. And my husband took our daughter to school. Not that it was perfectly quiet because my youngest was still getting ready for school, but I stopped what I was doing in the moment, ran down to my basement, pulled out my phone to my voice recorder app, and I just sat here for 7-10 minutes in my basement and recorded what was on my mind in the moment, because when you're in the energy of it is the best time.
Yes. Yes.
Record it and to get it out, because if you wait, it'll be gone. It gets to work with you, with your life in the moment, and you learn lessons of like, oh, that was lost. I've lost many, many great ideas because I just couldn't in the moment, or I didn't think it was perfect enough, right?
Yeah, I think there's so many people that are waiting for the perfect moment and the perfect circumstances, and that they're afraid that they're not going to be able to keep it up. And I think that's something that we're going to address and we're going to help you with. Like you said, hold their hand and really show you how you can make this a consistent practice
Yep.
so that it serves you.
And it's worth noting that there are so many people who have amazing, successful podcasts, including me and probably including you. I don't know. I haven't heard this part of your story if it's true, but I stopped my podcast for like 6 months at the beginning. I got burnt out because I was over editing and I didn't think I could do it all. I was trying to get it all perfect. I got burnt out.
Yep.
And I stopped for like.
Oh, I definitely know that trying to get it
Right.
perfect thing, Karaleigh. Oh my God.
Got reinvigorated and came back. That's part of my journey and part of my story. You can always come back.
That's right.
So if that's part of your story and you're like, I don't know if podcasting is right. I missed out on the first inspirational wave, right? And I'm not sure that it's right. Like, come back and be inspired with us. We're here to hold your hand to get reinvigorated with the podcasting journey and to let it transform you.
Oh my gosh. Okay, we'll do more of this. Thank you so much, Karaleigh, for your time, which is so precious and valuable. You're such a good teacher. I can't wait to work with you. Thank you guys for listening. We can't wait to work with you.
This energy is infectious. So if you're feeling it now, imagine 6 weeks of this. You're going to be feeling it. You're going to be soaking it in, and you're going to be like, I got this. I'm amazing. I got this.
So as we close, guys, I want to remind each of you listening that the impact that you're capable of making starts with your vision, your voice, your story. It matters, and you have the power to reach people and to change lives through your unique message. Remember, the journey from vision to impact is one of courage, creativity, and action. So take those bold steps or those baby half steps, knowing that you're supported and your voice is needed. If you're ready to turn your vision into reality, we invite you to join us in the Vision to Impact course starting on October 16th. Together, we're going to dive deeper into the strategies, the tools, and the mindset needed to bring your podcasting dreams to life.
Thank you for being here. Thank you for listening. If this is something that just calls to you, please reach out, DM me. The link is in the show notes to join our course. We start October 16th, and we really hope that you will join us because it's going to be completely transformational. I promise you, so freaking amazing. I'm so excited. I hope you will join us. And yeah, I love you so much. I want you to be there with us. It's going to be amazing. Thank you for joining me for another episode of the Multi-Passionate Mama Podcast. I know that we can never be told too many times how amazing we are, so in case you haven't been told today, you are a freaking rock star. When you let yourself shine, you allow other people to take off their filters and shine brightly too. It's about time someone gave you permission to be all of you. If you enjoyed this show, please leave me a review and hit that subscribe button. I know you want more of this. Sharing is caring. Let someone you love know how incredible they are by texting them the link to this episode. They will feel so good just knowing that you thought about them. Lastly, if you want to know more about my courses and coaching, be sure to check out my website for up-to-date details on everything I have available. It's KaraleighnSiri.com, and the link is in the show notes. Always remember that you are a diamond. Don't let anyone dim your sparkle.